Hi, this is Tony with MichiganCrownMolding.com's YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to show you how we disassemble this older fireplace and make it something really what we would consider pretty special. Right now, that's my son Chris removing some of the molding from the old fireplace, and what you could see here is we reframed the background of the fireplace, and what you're looking at is 1/2 inch MDF. And the reason why we do that is so that everything ends up real nice and flat, so that when you see them 1x on there, they fit on there absolutely perfect, and towards the end you'll have a better idea why that's a big deal. All right, well, the progress is continuing. And right now we're starting with the top row of smaller boxes. And we made that little jig you see there on the right-hand side. What that is just so that those individual boxes are all going to be the same exact size. And Chris is going to struggle in a second trying to get that thing out of there. We did such a good job making it tight. He's gonna attempt to get it out of there, and it's not gonna work out too well for him.
Should be it.
And I think what I did here is I just cut the video in so that we can move forward. Oh no, he's still got that one in there.
No, look at the new shirts you got me. That's flat too. I just have to clean it up.
Yeah, it's not going to come out. Now, when you put those pieces in, it's extremely important that everything is flush. All those individual pieces of 1x have to be flush. Now, don't get me wrong, you could sand them a little bit, and we do sand it because we want everything perfect. I want it to look like one piece, like the fireplace was completely one mold. I don't want to be able to see any seams in between any of those 1x. And I think we accomplished that. All right, so now what I'm doing is I've got a jig set up because those little boxes on the top were 6x6. And imagine there was 10 boxes, so there was 60 pieces, or no, 40 pieces of molding that go in there. So what we did was made sure that the boxes were all exactly 6 inches by 6 inches. This way we could set up a jig on this saw and just make one cut, another cut, and every time we're doing it, they're exactly 6 inches long. There's no measuring involved once you set up your jig. And that's what I'm showing you what we've done right here. All right, now what you see is that dark piece of paneling. We put that in first, and the reason why is it builds that area out just a little bit. And by the time we put those beauty pieces of trim in, you end up with a perfect 1/16 of an inch reveal on the outside of those boxes. So you've got the beautiful reveals of the molding itself, but where it meets the outside of that 1x, there's a perfect 1/16 of an inch reveal. It's kind of hard to see in that, but once it's painted, you can make that out, and we like to think that that 1/16 of an inch is an extremely big deal because it just adds one more dimension to the reveals, and we think it's pretty special. All right, now on this part of the video here, all the boxes are trimmed out and ready to go. We still have to put the crown on the top, and then, of course, finish the actual fireplace, which is going to get a mantle and its own crown molding and base molding. And you can see here We started on that already. We've got the boxes in on the mantle. We've got the actual mantle up. We've got the crown molding and the base on the top of the fireplace, and we just have to put the crown molding in there. Now, Chris right now is tightening up some trim pieces, the beauty pieces as we call them, in the larger boxes on the fireplace.
And we're gonna have to
And it's
jack.
basically the same thing. If you make sure your boxes are all the same size, you can set a jig up and just cut all the pieces, and you're not hand measuring each piece. Now, this piece in particular, of course, you're going to hand measure each piece because it's a one of a kind size box. All right, this is the fireplace, just about ready for paint right there. And right at that point, that we had maybe about 3 days in on that project so far. The video kind of went out of sequence here, where well, anyway, here we are spraying it, and what we are using is a Sherwin-Williams Emerald. It is a urethane based paint, and we absolutely love the finish. Finish is absolutely gorgeous. It's got a beautiful feel to it. It just feels like when you take your fingers over the dry paint, it's just got an absolute wonderful feel to it. And this is something that you are not going to accomplish with a brush. If anybody does any of this type of work in your home and they want to brush or roll it and brush it, whatever, you know, I do not recommend it. You are not going to get the beauty that's possible unless you spray it. And I'm sure you'll agree, once you see at the end of this video, you'll be able to see how beautiful that finish comes out. We couldn't be happier with the Sherwin-Williams Emerald. It's just an amazing paint. We spray the mantle last because it tends to get, paint overspray from spraying it. So if we spray the actual top of the mantle last, it's nothing else will land on it. The fireplace is complete once the top of the mantle is painted. Now I think I'm just standing back admiring our work. And yeah, let us know what you think. If you like this type of work and you'd like to see more of it, make sure to stick around and subscribe and maybe ring the bell on our channel, and you'll be able to see more projects just like this, because that's basically all we do. Well, cool. If you stuck around this long, then you get the bonus part of this video. This is basically the other projects that we did in this home, that we did that fireplace and the surround to. That's a coffered ceiling that we did, and as you can see, it goes really well with the fireplace. And a couple other areas in this home, we did a couple really small coffered ceilings, but that's showing you the paint almost dry right there. And for the record, that was a Sherwin-Williams semi-gloss urethane. Semi-gloss, it tones down. It's not as shiny as you would expect. But anyway, that's the video. MichiganCrownMolding.com. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys subscribe and maybe share this video with your friends and help our channel out. Appreciate it.